Sometimes the deepest wounds aren't from what others do to us. They're from what we do to ourselves. I thought I was keeping the man I loved safe by hiding parts of my past. But every secret I buried turned into poison. And when the truth finally rose to the surface, it cost me the only person who ever truly loved me. This story is proof that secrets never stay hidden. Let me tell you how it all happened. When I met Ethan, I wasn't at my best. I just walked away from a toxic relationship with a man who thrived on control. His name was Marcus, and he left scars I didn't want anyone to notice. Emotional ones, the kind that made me question my worth. By the time Ethan crossed my path, I had sworn off love completely. But Ethan was different. He wasn't polished. He wasn't rehearsed. He wasn't trying to charm me with smooth lines. He was real, patient, the kind of man who made you feel like you could breathe again after years of suffocating. He asked questions and actually cared about the answers. When I laughed, he watched me like it was the most beautiful sound in the world. I should have trusted him. But I let fear lead me. Fear that if he saw the real me, my mistakes, my baggage, my bad choices, he'd leave. So I lied. Not with big, dramatic stories, just small omissions that felt harmless at first. Told him Marcus was just an ex, not that he had been abusive. I said I'd only ever dated casually, not that I had once been engaged and broken it off in chaos. And the biggest secret of all, I never told him Marcus wasn't truly gone. No, I wasn't cheating, but Marcus had a way of slipping back into my life. A late night text, a phone call, showing up at work, pretending he just wanted closure. And instead of shutting the door completely, I let the conversations linger. I told myself it was safer that way, that cutting him off would only provoke him. But really, I was still afraid. Ethan never suspected at first. We built a life slowly. Road trips, lazy Sundays, cooking dinner side by side. For the first time in years, I felt safe. Started to dream about forever. But secrets always crack the foundation. It began with phone calls. Ethan noticed I'd step outside whenever my phone buzzed at night. He saw how my face tensed when Marcus's name flashed on the screen. When he asked, I brushed it off. Just a friend, someone from the past. He wanted to believe me. I could see it. He wanted to trust, but doubt was already creeping. In the night everything collapsed is burned into my memory. We were sitting on the couch, half watching a movie, when my phone lit up again. Marcus's name glowed across the screen. Ethan's eyes caught it. Who keeps calling you? He asked softly. My throat went dry. It's nothing, I said, too quickly. He reached for my phone, and when he saw the name, his face shifted. Confusion. Hurt. Then something colder. Marcus, he whispered. That Marcus. The one you said was just an ex. I stumbled through excuses, saying things like, it's complicated, but the damage was done. He set my phone down as if it were filthy. You've been lying to me this whole time. I wanted to scream that it wasn't like that I loved him, that Marcus meant nothing, that he was just a ghost I hadn't banished yet. But deep down I knew Ethan was right. I had lied. I had hidden. I had shattered the trust between us. And trust is everything. Ethan didn't yell. That was worse. He just looked at me like I was a stranger. Do you know how it feels, he said quietly, to think you finally found something real, only to learn it was built on lies? I reached for him, but he pulled away. The space Between us felt like a canyon. I tried to spill everything then, the truth about Marcus, the fear why I thought silence was safer. But with every word, Ethan drifted further. You should have trusted me, he said, standing. I would have stood by you. I would have protected you. But you never gave me the chance. He grabbed his jacket and left. The door slammed like a gunshot. 4 days, I called, texted, poured out desperate apologies. I even showed up at his apartment once, but he never opened the door. His silence said everything. The cruel irony wasn't lost on me. I had kept Marcus around out of fear of what he might do if I cut him off. But in doing so, I lost the only man who ever made me feel safe. Marcus, of course, reveled in it. When he found out Ethan was gone, he texted, told you no one else would ever want you. I stared at the words through tears, and something in me snapped. For the first time, I blocked his number. Reported him at work so he couldn't show up again. I severed every tie. But it was too late. Months passed. Friends told me to move on, that Ethan wasn't coming back. Tried. I went on dates, smiled at strangers, pretended to be fine. But every time someone laughed at my joke or touched my hand across the table, I thought of Ethan, of the way he looked at me like I was his world before I ruined it with my secrets. One night, months later, I saw him at a cafe. He was with someone new, a girl with kind eyes and an easy smile. He looked happy, truly happy. I didn't walk over. I couldn't. I sat quietly, my coffee turning cold, realizing that I had done this to myself. If I had trusted him from the start, maybe things would have been different. Maybe we'd be the couple, laughing across the table, planning a future. But I had let shame and fear dictate my choices, and those choices cost me the man who loved me without conditions. The bitterest truth, Ethan never lied to me. He gave me nothing but honesty and tenderness, and I gave him half-truths that built walls between us. I learned the hard way, secrets don't protect love. They strangle it. I still think of him sometimes, late at night when the world is quiet. I wonder if he ever thinks of me, if he remembers the good moments before it all fell apart. But then I remind myself, he deserves peace. He deserves a love without shadows. And maybe one day I'll earn that too. This story is a reminder that fear can steal the very happiness we long to protect. Honesty might be terrifying, but it's the only way love can survive. If you take one thing from this story, let it be this: trust is fragile. Protect it.